Good morning. Just going to discuss the finished result of the van. So we've put the 4 layers of insulation in here, or 3 layers of insulation, 1 layer of sound deadening, and we've also put the ceiling in. So we'll have a look and see what the end result is, and yeah, what it's sort of done for the van. Alright, so the finished result, most part of the van, is roughly 60mm of insulation. So it covers the walls, the ceiling and the floor. The floor is only 3 to 4mm, and it's got a sound deadener underneath this layer here. The wheel arches are sound deadened fully, 100%, and the actual top coat is, or the top layer is 3 or 4mm reflective foam. The ceiling is the thickest, it's about 60mm. Actually exceeds the fan shroud in here with the ceiling in. We've got a bit of an air gap in the top, which is good. In the ceiling I've used a white composite panel, courtesy of SAS paneling in Sydney. They don't do a bad job. It's a pretty good product and it's a pretty affordable price. But the insulation definitely has dampened the sound in here greatly. It's quite echoey in here before, especially for the client wanted to work out of it as an office, so it's good to have the sound a bit less echoey. And the temperature wise, I run the heater in here, which is the diesel heater I installed in here. We put a tank that come with the product temporarily. We're waiting on a tank kit so we can install the fuel line straight to the van's fuel tank. But anyway, back to the results on the heating. Within probably 5 to 10 minutes, it easily climbed about 5 or 6 degrees in here. So most of the time the heater was actually warming up, picking up on speed. It wasn't actually doing its full capacity of heating, and it still was raising the temperature in here. The walls actually on this felt quite warm. Even today, the temperature in here on these is quite nice compared to outside on the van. So the wall temperature difference is quite a bit. Product was quite easy to install, very time consuming of course. Product like this, you can't do it in a hurry. It's probably somewhere in the vicinity of 25 to 30 hours to do a pretty thorough job. Depends how thorough you want to go. I went a little bit overboard on a lot of aspects of it, especially the sound deadening component, trying to cut it in and fit it in a lot of places. And also up in these cavities and behind these boards here, there's all these voids in here, so I packed these full of the polyester insulation, which give it a bit better quality of insulation, because in the voids there's nothing, it's just back to sheet metal, so that could actually come through and it exposes this directly to the cold air here. So I didn't really want that. I wanted the defense up in there, the sound deadener, then the polyester, then this layer. In most cases it has a stick-on layer as well. So in some places, especially in the ceiling here, we have all these cross sections that run through here, and those were exposed straight to the ceiling sheet metal as well. I filled them with polyester in the channeling. There's about 4 or 5 ridges in there that was done, and it made a big difference on the overall insulation value. I think instead of getting a little bit of cold leaching into the insulation, sneaking through the layers, they can't actually do that. Yeah, so the product is not bad to work with. It comes out of Melbourne. It's called Car Builder. They don't do a bad job of supplying their product. They're pretty quick too. We got it up here in under a week. And comes with quite a few boxes to put in. Probably adds about 60 odd kilos of weight to the van when it's fully installed, I'd say. And yeah, so the install costs on something like this, it's not cheap because of the hours. The hours to do the job is the big part, and the material itself is a little bit pricey, but you can't really expect anything else. It's quite a bit of insulating material, and you need it to do all the 4 layers, so there's no way really out of it. But the results are good. I'm going to just test it in the next week or 2 and see what the on-site test is for a hot day if we have one in this winter, and see what the cold mornings are like. We'll get some feedback, and then yeah, maybe we can do a few tests on the outside panel and the inside and see what the temperature differences are. Alright, thanks for tuning in. It's Patrick from Rooftop Escape Campers, and you have a good day. See you later.